I like getting up front and talking, so you may be here for another 3 or 4 hours.
Oh, no. You may be.
I may be by myself. Okay. And as Lloyd told you, I am Diane's boss. I'm the coordinator of the 21st Century Program. And we're very, very proud of this program. It started in 2007 at East Alton Middle School. And why it started and what it is President Bush had the No Child Left Behind program, and we found that there are a lot of children left behind. And the East Alton Middle School had been on the Illinois State Board of Education's watch list because more than 20% of the students, I don't want to use the word failed, but that's the ISAT test. They didn't do well on it. They didn't pass. So that's what put East Alton Middle School on the watch list. It had to be on the watch list for 4 consecutive years to qualify for the 21st Century Program. And the Boys and Girls Club Alliance of Illinois wrote a grant to get monies to do this 21st Century Program. And we received $104,000 for the first 3 years of the program to operate the program. And then last year it was reduced 10%. This year we lost 25% of the program, and we're going to have the monies. We're going to have to raise ourselves, and that's kind of tricky. But I'm pleased to say that, you know, in the first, we have gone from the watch list. For the last 2 years, we went to the honor roll because we've done so well. Our program, can I stand out here? Our program is so great because what they do is the kids come for 3 hours after school. The first hour is what we call power hour. And we have certified teachers who work with the kids. And what they do with the kids is they go and they find out from, we have an academic coordinator who goes to the teachers, and if you're the teacher, we find out what little Joe, what he's not doing well, or what she's not doing. And we work with the teachers and we tutor the kids, we help them with their homework, we make sure that all of their homework is done, and then we tutor the kids in those areas that are their weaknesses, especially in the areas of reading and mathematics. But that's power hour. Then the next hour, we trick the kids. No, I shouldn't say that, and if you have no kids in the program, don't tell them this. Well, they think they're having fun, but actually we've provided educational activities, so they're really learning those areas that they need to learn, but they just think they're doing puzzles and genealogy, and they do other kinds of programs and to you know, really have a great time. Then the last hour is the hour that they can choose to do those activities that they enjoy. We have, since we've been at East Alton, we redid their whole library and increased their library. Diane, bless her heart, you don't know what an asset you have in Diane. She wrote a grant that got them $10,000 of new books and Kindles and things like that for the kids. We've got all of these books that she just went over to a warehouse at Edwardsville last week and bought a trunk full. You know, how many books can you get in the trunk of a car? Bought a trunk full of books with this grant. We're just, the program, we are so pleased to say, is we've gone to the honor roll. And now the school is scared to death because we've done so well, we're going to lose the program. The federal funds will dry up because they're no longer on the watch list. And you know, so we're trying to find the funds to keep the program going. We've talked to the superintendent is trying to work some of it into his program. I'm going out to civic groups to see if we can raise money through civic groups for individual gifts, whatever. This year we're going to have, and what I'd like to ask you all to do, is we're going to have a quarter auction in January, and where you, I don't know if any of you have gone to quarter auctions where you go and businesses provide services and goods, and you come and you bid on quarters on the items. It's kind of fun, especially if you like auctions. And I'm a sucker for an auction. I'll start bidding on things I don't even want, and I go home thinking, what were you thinking? But I don't. I want you all to come anyway. And then we're going to have, in March, we're going to have a trivia game. And I'm sure all you guys, knowing how much you like trivia, having experienced it, and I hope that you all will have a trivia game. It'll be at East Alton Middle School, so will the auction. I hope you all will come, bring a couple tables, and we're going to have prizes and fun stuff. So I hope that you can support the program, and Diane, by coming to our events. We're hoping to raise money that way too. But the program does so much for kids. We have 75 children in our program. This last week, Diane took the kids. We got a grant from Boeing to go on field trips. We took the kids over to see Beauty and the Beast. And I told Diane, I said, Diane, the boys won't want to go see Beauty and the Beast. They did. Boys loved it as much as the girls did. I was shocked. I thought that was I thought we needed to choose a different one for the boys, but I guess not. They liked it. But we take them on field trips, like in the summer, when the program runs in the summer. We go on a field trip every Friday because the school's closed, and we can't be in the school. So we go on a field trip, and we take them to educational things. We take them to things that they would normally go to. We also work with SIU. SIU provides us kids their American Read program. So the students come over and help our kids read better. They work with them on an individual basis to make sure that these kids get to read, and because that's one of the things that kids today are lacking. You're a principal. Kids can't read. I don't know why they can't read, but they can't read, and it's a real problem. When you can't read, you can't perform a job. Most jobs require some minimum ability to read. So this is a real problem that we have, and we're remedying that situation with all of our books, with the SIU students. We also co-sponsored a grant with SIU called Mosaic, and it's there's science, technology, STEM, science,
engineering
technology,
and math. Engineering and math.
Thank you. I can never remember. I just call it STEM. But they're coming over once a week to do science projects. So far we've made snowflakes, we've done catapults, we've dissected owl poop. You'd be shocked. And also they did something where you saw your intestine, and they followed an intestine all the way through. I'm sorry to tell you that after lunch, but it was kind of gross, but the kids thought it was absolutely fascinating. But it's how your body works. And so we're working with all of the groups in the community to give these kids a better experience. We wrote a grant to the Blues to work with the ice rink down here, Larry Thatcher. We're going to send the kids in a program we're going to send them to learn how to ice skate. And then the next step will be to learn how to play hockey. And again, I must be a sexist, because I thought the girls wouldn't like to do that, but the girls love it. That we've got as many girls wanting to do that as we do boys, and I was kind of shocked. What can I say? It's a new world. But these are some of the things we're doing. We're so proud of our program. We are working so hard to make the kids at East Alton Middle School, to bring them up to surpass, not only just bring them up to meet the standards, but to surpass the standards. Look at all of the opportunities out there, and so many of our kids wouldn't have these opportunities if it wasn't for our program. So many of the kids, and Diane can tell you the percentage, I don't know the percentage at East Alton. I also coordinate the Lovejoy down in Brooklyn, you may know that. I have 100% of the students who are on food down there.
That was gonna be my question to you, what the percent was.
Well, at East Alton, it's, I think around 80% of the kids get the free lunch and breakfast. But we have a huge amount. I was shocked at the number of kids whose parents are below the poverty level. That was another reason we were chosen to do the 21st Century Grant. You have to be below, the town has to be have a certain level of single parents and be below the poverty level. And East Alton, unfortunately, I hate telling people from East Alton that, but unfortunately East Alton did comply with that. But as I said, we're in the last year of the program. Next year we're on our own to raise $104,000, and it's not going to be easy. This year we have to raise $26,000, and through grants and through contributions. So we're working on it. And I coordinate this and Lovejoy. Lovejoy will have no problem. None of the kids pass the test, so they'll be on the program for quite a while. But they had lost their program for 2 years when Jackie Joyner-Kersey went under. So they were talking about, they've only been on the program a year, and the kids have come up dramatically. And East Alton, those kids are doing great. We just hope that we can find a way to continue so that the kids will get these opportunities that we're providing for them.